What's up, YouTube? Mr. Limacy here, and today we're going to continue our hardcore Hell guided playthrough for the Summon Necro. This is part Hell, so we've worked through Normal and Nightmare, been pretty successful. It's a good build. Like, it's easy. It's not the fastest build you've ever played, but it's pretty safe. Now, Hell does have difficulty in that you can get popped very quickly, so you do have to keep your eyes out for cursed archers and, you know, extra strong quill rats, just stuff that can off screen kind of shoot you, hit you, and kill you. So do be aware of that. Maybe move a little bit slower through Hell, especially with the Necro, who's a little bit weaker, but I mean, it's just solid. So something else you can do if you want to kind of help out a little bit more is you can always increase your survivability, and one of the ways to do that is just level up a little bit more in Nightmare. You could be doing Eldritch runs right now. You can do Terror Zones, and this is actually a decent Terror Zone character because he just has really solid, like, decent enough damage and then really good survivability, right, again. So you're just able to move through pretty quickly. I love the Terror Zones for Normal and Nightmare. Just whenever I'm playing through the game. Excuse me. And so, like, it's just a nice, you know, go through, try and find some bosses. There's an experience shrine. Hopefully we can find the tower here soon, so we can go into the tower. But you don't have as much danger as Hell. Your army's going to be able to survive a lot longer down here. And you can still get lots of great experience from just solid spots. So definitely feel free to work around in here up through your 70s if you would like with all these Terror Zones. There's an example of, I still have to be careful. There's some archers over there. So even though it is still just Nightmare, you gotta watch out a little bit. Try and just blow all the dudes up if you can. Pick up some gold with Demonite armors. Impossible. Pick up some full rejuves. And you don't have to have perfect, you know, Terror Zones either. I'm probably not going to go farm like burial grounds and stuff, but I am farming, you know, the tower. I'll farm Dark Woods, Stony Field, Cold Plains. I'll farm, you know, Crystalline Passage, whatever. Like, we'll finish off Corpse Explosion. So now our next points can start working down towards Decrepify. What's in here? Nothing.
Moo.
Thank you, Sarguna. Got a boss group there.
Moo.
And Spark Clap with the Prime sub as well. We got a little Prime train going. Prime up, Prime out. Gotta be a little careful. Our mercenary did get popped. Multi-shot. But we've already gained like 1.5 levels. Don't let Bezos buy that 12th yacht. That's right. Bad Gear adds some spice to the run? Yeah. 7 Necro Hell run is correct. Hardcore. See. Yeah, it would be nice if you did. Extra strong archers with multi-shot. we'll just avoid them. We'll just fight the Countess. Remember, change down to players 1 before you kill the actual Countess. So, we're just having a little bit of fun here, leveling a tiny bit more in Nightmare before we go forward. You can also do some cows and get some more bases and gems and jewels and all that. You can do other things. Lots of options available. I'll go ahead and grab my mercenary again as well really fast. Just because he has a lot of added damage between his Might Aura and his actual damage that he has. Fort Hell. Okay. Let's go to Hell. That's right, Ranks. Put these away. ID these. We'll go ahead and make sure we have some rejuves. And we can grab a couple of Thawing and Antidote. Now here's where we can also look at our resistances and make any adjustments. We definitely don't have great resistances, and so before I start Hell, because this is hardcore, and I'll do a quick review of like everything I have. 48 Strength, 324 Vita, just like everything else Vita. Max, 1 point in all the rest, though we could look to put a couple more points in Summoner Resist soon. Max that, and then I'll go to Decrepify. Yeah, we can take a look at increasing our character's res. So first off, I could just grab some like 39 fire res. I do like having the faster run walk. So what I'm going to try and look for is a combination of resistances and that on top. There's also some 20 light res gloves.
Hello.
If I can get like 20 fast run walk, 30 fast run walk with that.
Welcome to the desert rain.
86 to life on a belt. That's nice. 30 cold res is also nice.
Good day.
But just a little shopping in Nightmare right here on Eltix is one of my favorite shop spots. And we can just spend a few minutes
Good day.
before we move forward because it's hardcore. And you know what? Like, it's just a smart thing to do.
Welcome to the desert rain.
When you're playing hardcore, take your time a little bit. Thoughts on a monk in September? I
What you need?
truly don't believe we'll be getting.
Good day.
I mean, there you go. 40 fast run walk with 16 fire res. Not bad. Yeah, and then the gloves are the only other piece, so.
Good day.
34, 17, 16. It's still not amazing. I wish I had like a ring here that was decent. I just don't have a spot. I could maybe play for the 3 open socket crown and just put like Ral Ort in it or something to get my res up. Drop one of the plus skills. That's always an idea. It would cost me 7 more strength. Not too bad. Make sure players 1.
All who oppose me, beware.
But yeah, I don't think we'll get another class. That just seems absurd. Thanks, menu. Like, we just got another class, and that took a bit of time to get. How are they making another one. There's not even like room for it on the character screen either. Yeah, of the Warlock and all the new skills and all that stuff. We do still want to be a little bit careful with some of this area here. Just like fanaticism and stuff.
It's locked.
I don't think we're getting a new act or a new character. That feels like too much. I think the expectation should be... I mean, that's like almost really nice. If that was one to summon skills, I'd be really happy. 69 to life is still good life. I don't love losing 16 all res for 69 life, though. That's like a lot of resistance is lost. And +1 P and B is only giving us 1 to corpse explosion, so just not quite there. Yeah, I made us end up crafting a fire res ring using the ruby recipe.
I sense death within this place.
Thanks, Bruno. We don't trust you, Llama, not since last time. No, I'm being for real this time. I feel like we're getting maybe some like other features. Like maybe they bring in something cool like guilds, you know, that was supposed to exist in the game before. Or maybe they, you know, I definitely think we could get some more, like, a couple more rune words and stuff. Maybe some lobby improvements. I definitely think we'll have fixed Mosaic announced. Like, what she actually is going to be like and stuff. I think the most new content we could actually hope for. This is my true, honest to God thoughts of what we could maybe get for new content. I think we could get Act 4 completed. I think that could be something that they hid from me. You like the short Act 4? After Act 2 and 3, you just want to be done? I'm slightly with you. I do kind of like the short Act 4. I think it could still be a little bit longer. Don't make me have to like gather up a bunch of parts again or anything. But I do think you could just piece together a few more zones through it. And it could be, you know, you could still zip through it. So, I don't know. I mean, I have no clue what's coming besides some of the clues I have, but I don't feel like I know big things. Like, I know a little bit about, you know, mosaic changes and stuff, but like, I don't know fully what they're doing with mosaic. I don't know any new character or acts or expansion pieces. I don't, you know. Extra content.
Is that enough to earn the rogue's trust?
I'm going to add the strength and go up to 55 strength. Oh, that'd be nice for the treachery base.
I can't do that here.
It's all good, not a big deal. We'll go terror. Keep rolling. Do I play poker? I mean, I enjoy playing poker, yes. Do I like regularly get out and play poker? No. You say my poker face is bad? What? I don't know anything. Goodness gracious. I'm smiling and laughing because you guys think I do, and I don't, you know, it's silly. Ridiculous. Look, a few years back, I knew about Diablo 2 Resurrected before it was released. And yes, this year and last year, I helped test a bunch with the Warlock and the expansion, and I knew about those things too. But the devs have shifted it up. And they have decided not to tell me anything. I do like the attorney. I am as blind as Anne Frank was. You mean Helen Keller? Do I? Yeah. Wait, yeah. Sorry. Anne Frank was the one that hid in the closet. Never mind. Sorry, wrong. Yeah, different. You know what I meant. You know, wrong tragic child. This is a single player. Nice anime. Was Beethoven also blind? He was deaf? He was dead? Well, that's not nice. How do you make music when you're deaf? That's crazy. Did he have bone conduction technology back then? He became deaf? Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Vibrations in the jaw bypass your eardrum. He bit on a piece of metal and then played and listened to it through his mouth. Are you serious? That's insanely cool. What? Wow. That's amazing. Now, one thing you will always note here is I'm being, you know, very meaningful with our moving forward. And then whenever we run into something that could kill me, I just kind of like step back. Oh, there's some like archers right there. I'm going to let my guys go forward and deal with them. And I can just corpse explosion, and that'll do a lot of damage and we'll be fine. We'll go to 55 strength and keep that resistance boost as an option for ourselves later.
Impossible.
And we have Decrepify now. And okay, we'll keep it as an option. Euler also went blind? Why did everybody go blind back in the day? Did they all get diabetes? Syphilis? That one does the blinding too? So I should go get that treated if I had it.
This tree shines with inner spirits.
I got it from Chipotle. If you want to do some cane, you can do a little cane. But really, I mean, this is like kill as much or as little as you want. We're only on players 1 right now, and we're moving pretty well through it. If we wanted to boost up to a higher player count, we could for killing. But it definitely can be a little rough and take a little bit of time. For that, honestly, it's a little bit better to actually run the edge strats, run thorns. So then the player's 8, they're just dealing like tons of damage. Dang it. Almost got my mercenary saved. Just missed it.
I am overburdened.
Greetings.
Mercury and radium was considered medicine back in the days, so you're lucky if you only got blind. It's a fair point.
Good evening.
The Karen stones. Oh, I forgot my mercenary. This character can do Countess. Actually, not a bad Countess killer either. And the tower gives okay experience. So, definitely something that you can consider. And then we could pick up like a bone or something. Change to DTR is completely ignored by chat. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. I run Summon Druid for Hell Countess. It's safe and reliable. Yeah. And again, you can pretty much get up to Istrun doing that. Though I wouldn't count on, you know, Istrun or anything, but just depends how long you want to run. Ouch.
This place has the
That hurt.
stench of demons about it.
Alright, so let's do this.
Good evening.
I need a blue ring. Sure. Some money. I want to craft a ring. And what runes do I have? I do have Ral Ort. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to drop one skill point and go Ral Ort Ral and just max out my fire res. And then maybe I craft a light res ring. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Okay, let's go back to the stones.
Impossible.
No, no fix there yet. Half baked. Doesn't matter, Brandon. Either one.
All that's left of proud Tristram are ghosts and ashes.
Ooh, Griswold's just in. There's a bill. 2 sockets again. Grab Work's leg if you want. I already have Work's leg from the nightmare that I haven't used, but
Yes.
we'll go back here and continue. Yeah, it can go fast, Bruno. Couple crits. Bang, bang. Let's see where this takes us. There's some archers. There's some more archers. Honestly, maybe it'll be okay. A couple corpse explosions should be able to knock all that out. There's a blue ring. Can I tell you about the last time I cried? I don't remember the last time I cried.
The slow torture of caged starvation.
Some kind of a robot. I did cry when my first daughter was born. I'm trying to think if I cried when my second daughter was born. Maybe. I probably cried when both of them were born. But I remember crying when the first one was born. And I did not think I would cry when the first one was born. Not that I think there's anything wrong with crying, but I was like, yeah, this is all great. But man, once that baby comes out and you hear that little like, oh my god, your heart.
It's locked.
What else?
I can't.
Ooh, fanaticism archers, no thank you. What was it? And warmth, I said. MF 9 min 86 AR. Different character, I'd like that.
Good evening.
I'm like totally fine to cry. I just haven't cried in a while. Sometimes you go through phases in life where you're crying more often. Other times you're not. Okay. So, cube, recipes. You can just look up the cube recipes, recipe type, gem recipes. No. I guess crafted. Do they have any way of showing the ring? Okay, well, there you go. That's like blood ring, but I want the old ring types.
Good evening.
Where are they? Cobalt ring. Here we go. So you have a coral ring, a rejuve, a perfect topaz, and any magic ring. Garnet ring, an exploding potion, a perfect ruby, and any magic ring. Cobalt ring, thawing potions with the sapphire, and jade ring, antidote potion with an emerald. And these will just give you a ring that has resistances on it. So I'm going to go for perfect topaz and rejuve. Rejuve. I am not a smart individual. There we go. I was like, wait, what is happening? 22 light res. And we'll swap it on over this guy. And now we're at 75, 56, 16. Not shabby. So again, we did drop off our lore to add 60 fire res, but it felt kind of necessary. Otherwise, we're running around just a little bit low, and these are the sorts of things that you're gonna want to do when you're like playing hardcore. You will here and there be making these sorts of sacrifices to just get your character to the next stop, being alive,
Sense a demonic
being okay.
presence here. Impossible.
Okay, whenever we come across some bosses and stuff we don't want to deal with ourselves or could be scary, you just wait a second.
Impossible.
I feel comfortable moving forward and move forward. That is kind of dangerous there. We're going to back ourselves out a little bit. That conviction ore is pretty nasty as well. There's a lot of nastiness in here. Whew. That's definitely one of those areas where if you just save quit, I wouldn't blame you one bit. Just a little too spicy, you know. Also at this point, consider if you want to grab waypoint. 1 can just be good for safety. 2, it can be nice for farming Andariel if you want to. And Hell Andariel has a lot of stuff. So you can really start to pack in some nice things with Hell Andy. There's level 3. And level 4. Make sure we're on players 1. We'll jump the shark right there. Pop a couple dudes. You can also gather some corpses up if you want. So that Andy will come down and stand on top of those. And then you can corpse explosion her a little bit with them. Because corpse explosion actually does some decent damage to Andariel. And if we want, we can also decrepify Andariel. And then let the decrepify plus the clay golem hits do a lot. So the combination of those two should be pretty good. Yeah, you can stack up your multiple slow forms. And voila! Nice and easy.
The hell that spawned you, Andariel.
We have beaten Act 1 of Hell. Do you reroll the map so you get a decent map for farming that? If you want to farm that, you can reroll the map to do so. And to reroll the map, all you do is just go back to Nightmare Normal and then go back to Hell, and you'll have a fresh new set of maps.
How may I help you?
29 fire res. Ooh, that's tough because... Now I wish I had the Ort there. Honestly, could just make another lightning ring if I get a couple more topaz. Always good to just do a little shopping. We, of course, could also force some boots that are like, you know, fast run walk, 30, 40 fast run walk, and 30 to 40 light res. That could be a really nice combo. And then we could run those gloves on top and everything there. So lots of options. Go ahead and get our summons back. I know Terror Zone. Well, we did Terror Zones, but that's in Nightmare that we'd be doing Terror Zones. And like I said, we kind of already did it. And now we have this point in Decrepify, which means we can look at where we want any other points to go. And I think I'm going to go for a few more points in Summon Resist. Just because increasing their resist all is always helpful. Help their survivability a little bit. And then we can look a little further beyond that, what we would like to do. Darth Mauler.
Darth Maul says 88 gifted a tier 1 sub to Roger 411.
GG. Very kind. A lot of bosses right there and mobs. And getting big packs can be really nice, so long as you can just get a couple kills in it. Once you get a couple kills, you can blow up everything else and you're fine. But you just have to be able to get those first few kills. And then you're good to go. Does adding resist affect existing summons? They snapshot, so probably not. Try and really make sure I stay out of the way there. What's the weather like in Tulsa, Texas this time of the year? Hot. It is hot. We'll leave a TP. Hey, one of my favorite boss groups in the game. If not my favorite boss group in the game. The Black Raptor Nest. Which give great experience, actually.
I can't carry anymore.
Darn. You enjoy having a tanky golem with this build? I think a tanky golem definitely makes sense and is something that you can also work towards, just jamming more points into golem or golem mastery or anything. It's pretty rare to find that boss group. You don't find it every day. Now, Maggot Lair, as we talked about before, isn't the most fun. However, it's not nearly as bad with the big corpse explosion. So, once you have that, you can start killing some things. Then you can start corpse exploding, and then you're going to be in a spot that's not nearly as bad. but it can still be slow to get through. Which is why teleporting is still an option. But again, just depends how comfortable you are teleporting in the maggot lair. Terrible map. Because it can be spicy in here, for sure. Just make sure we put our rejuves on our belt again. Get the vitality added.
Impossible.
Oof. Couple ugly maps. Good level 3 though. Cool. Nice and easy.
It is an honor to serve you.
So, like I say, you can always move through there a little faster, a little slower if desired. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I didn't know that you couldn't curse Nest. I knew the other ones, but I would have told you Nest could be cursed. I would have thought so. So that was surprising to me as well. Continue forward, nice and easy. I think I'm gonna try swapping over to Thorns now. And seeing how Thorns does here.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Just for fun. Do I still recommend Beast? Yep. Beast is just so nice. Summoner committed a Grand Fanaticism wand. Yeah, I just... Being able to give fanaticism to all your dudes is just so strong. I'll go ahead and go another point in summon resist. I don't mind. We're just like really summon heavy right now, and I don't have a ton of plus skills yet. So I don't mind putting more points there, and that's just one of those that you spec out of later on, right? Found a Thol rune. Grab a waypoint. Why do you recommend Ethereal for the weapon? Well, you're not swinging it, so the Ethereal's just like looks cool and there's a little bit lower requirements to use. level 2. Definitely be a little careful here. I'm not too ready. Thorn's armor maxes out at level 76 to level 15 Thorn, so his aura is like level 13 right now. Yeah, his aura is 17. So it actually is just 15, you're saying? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't see that. That's weird. I mean, if that's level 17, that's great. Even better than Edge.
I have I can.
Level 67. Now, one of the really nice things here is some characters get to this point and they really struggle with damage. And it just feels pretty rough, and it's kind of like hard to like, you have to like grind some of these levels and whatnot. And you kind of get in this weird spot where you're like, well, I like don't really want to spend all this time grinding just like so slowly. I just want to get to the point where I can get some better levels, but I'm not there yet. This character kind of keeps moving smoothly from here forward a little bit, which is really nice. And a lot of that does come down to having the corpse explosion. So that's why I like the Necromancer version of this build.
I can't carry anymore.
Is it just gives you this added nice damage boost to this character that just allows it to honestly feel pretty good.
This is fantastic. I wish I had time to study this bizarre dimension.
Okay, now I'm mostly just gonna zip through the arcane. I don't have like a ton of desire to fight around in here. Man, I just cannot first play at all lately. But it's an option. Go put some things away. Go repair. We have tons of gold. Flat path is going to have lightning bulbs on it. Can suck sometimes, right? These lightning spires. Second way. Remember, top right is where it is according to AI. Yep. It's so weird how it just makes stuff up like that. And then it can't even explain to you why that's what it made up. Okay. Third way it is. Let these guys out. Let's go get another key. Nope.
Impossible.
Okay, okay. Okay, circle gets the square. Depends on the model you used. I mean, I used ChatGPT, Claude, and Copilot. Right? I think those are the three. Again, the most frustrating piece about it is you don't really need AI for it. Like, I have already written all of the guides. If you go to Icy Veins, like, every single guide for every character is here. And there's also the fastest leveling builds, which give you literally every single level, where to put your stats, where to put your skills. Like, a full breakdown of all those things, all of the gear that you want to have, and the skills, and what you want for magic finding, for budget options, for damage options. All of this exists already. Right? AI doesn't have to think about anything. It just needs to read my guides and steal it, basically, and pass it off as its own. That was the most frustrating part. It couldn't even just read my guide and pass it off as its own. Midora, we'll just get away from it. Ouch, that hit. Hurt. Okay, so we'll go to Mr. Duriel. I mean, that's true, Andre.
Moo.
Thanks for the sub.
Thank you, Dreadlord. Okay, so now we have Decrepify and Clay Golem, which help a lot. Okay, I don't know if I've gotten an answer yet. Is the new Grim Dawn expansion out yet? It is. Okay, so I have to go try it out at some point. Okay, so we'll use Decrepify. And then we'll have our Clay Golem hitting as well. Pretty good damage. You want help with distilling information in the guides or picking between them. Yeah, and like that's... It should be able to be smart enough to go look in the guides and pick between them very well. That one Skelly really did not want to join the fight. Okay, we'll give Haseen. Duriel's always a little bit slow because of the cold. If you Google Scott Carney Mr. Lima SC, Google confirms that it's Mr. Lima's real name. Jesus.
Blessings to you.
Welcome to my shop.
Thanks. 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 Thanks.
So awesome. Beautiful. And just like that, give yourselves the clap. Act 2 of Hell is done. Yeah, now it has a reference to back it up from a YouTube short, which is crazy because it... Ugh.
I came too late. Now, destruct.
Sadly, not that good for us there. Well done, everybody. Oh, I never talked to Jurgen. And this is also slightly the problem is it's like a dumb person where it just will lie and say things and spit out misinformation and spread that. Where it could just go spread complete BS. So now, facts and truth are even less relevant. Now it just says like, yep, Scott Carney is what the SC stands for. And so many people are going to think my name is Scott Carney. Because it came up with that one time and lied about it, and now has reinforced it as truth. That's so ridiculous. Ouch. Alex, is your real name Scott Carney? Yes. Iron Maiden playable in this build? Only through normal, really. Iron Maiden just becomes meh once you get to Nightmare and on. Just wait till you're at the DMV and they won't help you because your name doesn't match what the AI says your name is. That's pretty much where I'm expecting this to go. Hey, thank you, Celescu. Number 217. Or the 10 Ron. What's Ron? Is that a Romanian currency? Ron. 10 Ron. Okay, we'll go another point and summon resist. I know, it's so ridiculous though. But this is how it works. It cites that as the source. The bigger issue is people blindly trust the summary of this information. Exactly, but like people will trust summaries of information. We just know that. People are lazy. They're not going to read through all of the citing of everything. That's not new. So why are we allowing all these fake... You're in a simulation of the NFL season, and ChatGPT said this is our year. Look, I mean, ChatGPT is not wrong about the Cowboys being the Super Bowl favorites this year. So, like, I will give it that. Let's try Player's Aid in the Flare Jungle. Let's just see how it goes. I just want to see what it's like up here. We'll be very careful.
It's locked.
More vitality.
It's locked.
Stuffed Pop-Tarts? Aren't all the Pop-Tarts stuffed? They have the, like, whatever filling in them? It's actually not bad on Player's 8. Like, we do decently well enough. They're 50% more stuffed than a regular Pop-Tart. I mean, that sounds good. Get me a brown sugar cinnamon. Now, the sad part is, I bet it's probably the same amount of stuffing that a regular Pop-Tart used to have. Like, I feel like they probably have just cut the amount of stuffing in them slowly over time. And now they're reintroducing these as extra stuffed. Way no live TikTok. I am not live on the TikTok. It's not really a great game to be live on the TikTok for, though, you know? Like, how do you... There's a lot of screen. I mean, I guess you could just show, like, the center line of the screen where my character is, and you just, like, won't see the inventory and stuff. No, mercenary. Okay, we'll go down to players 1. This is the game your parents used to play. Oh, it's a good name. How am I dealing with dolls? I'm staying away from them by either just running or letting my mercenary deal with them. And summons, right?
Impossible.
There's a partisan.
Worthless statue.
Two
Perhaps I can
sockets.
trade this for something better.
Excuse me. Let's go back to the spider forest. Hey.
Buy the girls some Pop-Tarts.
Thank you, David, with the 999. Is that how much a box of Pop-Tarts is now? Bro, Pop-Tarts better not be $10. Okay. Scared me for a second. I was like, what's the world coming to if Pop-Tarts are $10? Well, that's nice. That someone knows it's not that. You got a house in Virginia and a house in Florida? Dang, Darth. Moving it up. Skelly, then Mastery, and then Corpse Explosion? Yep, for the most part. Alright, level 69. I mean, at this point, I might put some more points in amp damage. Just to have it be like a slightly bigger range. But even then, I don't crazy feel like I need to. Kind of hard to say where I want to go next. Maybe the Golem Mastery, just to get my Golem's life up. Try and help him out a little bit, whichever one I'm using. Could also go for more revives. A few more points in revive isn't bad either. Okay, let's do a little bit more revive.
At Silas QZB5HV became a member.
Thank you so much, Silas. Wow, that damage is hot.
I need mana.
Be very careful around Sark. He does a lot. Let's keep going. If you're here, do you enjoy D2R more than LOD, or do you kind of miss the old vibe? I'd say overall I enjoy D2R more than LOD. For a few reasons. Number one, LOD I had to play in a tiny window. Like literally just a tiny window on my screen. D2R I actually get to play in a full screen. Jesus. Setting, which is nice. $800 by 640 was just a little rough. Now, I do love some of the old design more. I think they did a fantastic job with the HD version and stuff. LOD does have some small benefits. Number one, I like the colors a little bit more in LOD. The kind of pixelated color look I think is a little bit nicer, though this is a very nice like HD version. Number two, I like the just like the feel of some of the items and stuff a little bit better. And then there's some things like load times and stuff that are a little bit worse here. So I like having like better load times in LOD, though the loads aren't too bad if you do the whole trick stuff that we do for improving the load times. Let's put all our stuff over here. But overall, I think the amount of quality of life that we have over here, even basic stuff like full res, all of that, all the way down to now like stackable tabs and stuff. Like, I'm very happy. Very happy with it. So, I think it is an improvement over the original. But like, I wasn't sure it was going to be when they first, were talking about it. I wasn't sure if I'd actually swap over. I was like, I might just stay in LOD.
If
We'll have to see. But thank you, Darth.
Darth Maul's 88 gifted a tier 1 sub to Gillerat.
Yeah, the 106B classic server. I love and don't love classic. I'm starting to like lose my voice for some reason. I love classic. For rares and just the so much of how the game plays. It's harder. It's better in many ways. But there is not great chase in it. And that is still the biggest issue I have with it. You just beat it too fast. And maybe it's now because, like, I'm a speedrunner and I've beaten this game so much. Like, back in the day, it had enough for me. But now, I just get through things too quickly. And so I finish Classic too easily. And by finish, I don't mean just, like, beat Hell Diablo. I mean, like, get all the gear that you need, right? If you do a Grail in Hell, in, like, Classic, you can do it in, like, a day, you know? Lower Karas, always great for farming. Can run around on players 8 and just pop all the chests. You can do the super chest. Try and get yourself a burr rune. All sorts of things. So, something to consider. But always be careful running around on players 8 that you don't get popped. This is true. Does this build struggle against physical immunes? If you just have physical immunes near you, yes. If you can mix the physical immunes with other mobs around you, the corpse explosion can do enough damage that you'll be fine. Now, amp damage can break physical immune, so with that, it can still be okay. But yeah, corpse explosion has fire damage as well on it, so not too bad. Oh boy. Why do I think they can't make games like they did in the early eras? I mean, I think it's a variety of reasons. Number one, games are being made for money now, but like in a much different way than before. Like, they always were being made for money, some money, right? But you had, like, there was a smaller... Gaming was a smaller niche thing back then, right? Not everybody gamed. Nerds gamed. And that was really it. And so, now, gaming is broad. Everybody games. Not everybody, but a lot of people game. A lot more casuals game, and so, you know, and they just want like graphics and ways that they can be powerful for a couple hours. So there's just a lot of like that in existence. Where's this waypoint? I guess we're over there. I think there's also, because the industry's grown so big and there's so much money in it and everything, there's more money in safety. It's kind of like the movie industry. Why are so many movies so bad nowadays? Or just like so generic? Why do we have 1,000 superhero movies? Because there's a bunch of people that'll just go watch them, and it's safe. You aren't taking a risk to make another superhero movie, really. It's like, yeah, you just it for the most part just prints money. They don't have to be creative. They don't have to come up with all these unique scripts and do all these things. So FIFA will just keep recycling the same game. Call of Duty just keeps recycling the same game. You know, like all these, they just keep doing the same thing. And then I think with also the money and all that stuff. Oh God, I'm just gonna quit out of this because I'm stuck in the middle of dolls and I have summons that are attacking. And if my summons kill the dolls, then I'm dead. So sometimes you get into these situations and it's not worth it. That situation was not worth taking that risk, right? But something that I found with like Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 specifically is, you know, I got to talk to like the devs and stuff and get a sense of what they were thinking and how it was going and blah, blah, blah. And the big thing I found when talking to them, it wasn't true for all of them, but the big thing I found was for many it was just a job. They weren't working on Diablo 4 because Diablo was this series that they'd grown up playing and they were in love with it and they were so passionate and everything. I'm sure some of the people that worked on it were. But for many of the people I talked to, the developers, yeah, they were just like game devs. And this was just the game that they were working on. So they didn't have the passion for it from back then. They just, yeah, you know, I code or I do graphics or I do whatever. And so somebody tells me like, hey, make this game, make this system, and I make that system. And so you just kind of see that, right? Like there's a lot of systems in Diablo 4, but a lot of them are like, they don't mesh well. There's no passion behind it, you know? So I think that was the biggest thing that I was seeing was like, the game isn't being made by people that are always, and again, not every dev, but some devs aren't sitting there passionate. They don't sit there and think about what makes Diablo so great. Why Diablo 1 and 2 were just like so fantastic. That's not a thought that they're really thinking or able to come up with the answer to if they are thinking it. Nice one. I mean, I definitely feel like I could, if I could be like a lead director of Diablo 5, I could create an amazing Diablo 5. That is not just a print repeat of Diablo 4. Maybe it's a bold thing to believe. Maybe a lot of people believe it. And maybe I'm wrong. But I think I could have it find commercial success too. Like, not just building it for what I would like. Okay. More vitality. Yeah, we'll go for another revive.
Impossible.
We are now 70. It worked on D4 though. Why take the risk and try to make something too different? Yeah, I mean D4 still has a big player base, so it works. They don't need to. Okay. Here's your example, right? Dolls. Fanaticism. I'm just gonna stay away. Very dangerous in here. We want to be careful around here. Definitely some scariness. We're cursed, plus Travancore is just a little scary. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna grab the Travancore waypoint. This just adds some safety in for us. Conviction aura. Don't love it. See if we can't burst some guys down really fast before they kill all our stuff. All right, we got it. Plenty of money right there. Let's go ahead and take the curse off.
Yes.
Oh, Celeste was so good. Little Vidalas. Yeah, I've maxed out CE. Okay. And let's get more conviction. Go to level 2. If you want to farm a fish, though, also not a bad guy to farm. Kind of looks like it over there, but that'd be a wild spot for it to be.
Impossible.
And in scary areas like this, we can just take it a little slow.
Impossible. I can't.
I wonder if it really is just right there. Yep. The answer is always don't die. Make sure our player's won. Mind the gap. And we'll get to Decrepify on Mephisto. And let our guys go at him. Sure that mirror. I need to true that campsite as well. Hopefully you guys enjoy Lum RPG when it comes out. Ooh. Always watch out for those. We lost our mercenary. Almost had Mephisto through.
Hello.
Come on, baby. Easy. Wow.
Journey, Mephisto. Give my regards to the abyss.
Oh my god. T-strokes. Only +2s. And why not on our Javazon run? Atmas. Womp womp. There were a lot of amulets I would have been excited to see. That is not the one.
Greetings.
Unfortunate. But cool place to drop. Now Act 4, number 1, at 56 light res and only 900 life, I potentially might reset if we get souls in the Plains of Despair. Definitely a chance. Get some more,
Impossible.
Number 2, make sure you have fire and light res, especially fire res for later on. See it. Nope. No souls. Now, corpse explosion murders visual. Just as a heads up. One of the fastest kills. Hello. And more points here. We'll go... Huh. Sure, let's just go Golem Mastery. Start buffing our Golem up, why not?
Hail to you, champion.
Yeah, hardcore stuff is shared with other hardcore characters. In hardcore. You have a hardcore shared stash and a softcore shared stash. Fanaticism tainted. No thank you. We'll grab a waypoint. And continue. That was wild. Gem Shrine. Sure, we'll take a perfect skull. Why not? Why not? Little spicy out here. Careful of Hephaestus. It's really such a lovely build. If you forget the Soul Stone, remember you can just go back and pick it up from Mr. Kane.
Greetings.
Fill up here. Do the repair. Schlappa de bits. And we get Korun. Okay. So Korun by itself does give us hustle potential. Or hysteria now, you know, whatever. So we can look up mania / hysteria in a weapon, fanaticism, IAS, ED, and a chance for burst of speed on striking. So very nice. And then armor, fast run walk, IAS, hit recovery, a little bit of all res. Honestly, wouldn't even be terrible for us to wear, just for that faster run walk and all res. But we could give that to our mercenary if we get a nice 3-socket weapon. It'll be a little bit less damage and stuff than you're going to get from, what do you call it? Insight. But Fanaticism aura for all the minions could be really nice. And that is going to be Shale Co Eld. So I actually don't have an Eld rune, but we do have Shale and Co. Doesn't mix well with treachery. The bursts of speed would be a little annoying. They would go back and forth, resetting each other. But
Impossible.
I have Thorn's aura right now. But I could run like Fanat Might if I wanted or something. I just find Thorns to be pretty solid. Get to a safe space. And perfect. Let's work on just clearing out Chaos Sanctuary. We can do a pretty good, like, close to full clear on the Chaos. Because we kill things pretty quickly. Decent damage here. With our Corpse Explosion, of course. This works pretty well.
Impossible.
No, mercenary.
Can't carry anymore.
Let's grab a couple things here. $33 to life. It's the first charm that's like mildly half okay. Seriously, just terrible charms today. I mean, Fanat Might is very strong, but especially when you don't have as many plus to skills, the Thorns ends up actually being a decent amount of damage by letting the mobs kill themselves, right? Once you have tons and tons of plus skills, then you more and more are leaning towards, oh my god, your own stuff. He only has 37 fire res. I mean, I need his fade to proc, but is there any way to help him before that? So it's just like putting a Rowrun in there. Need to slowly let it proc. There we go. But really, a pretty strong character for the Chaos Sanctuary when you look at, you know, all things considered, how like powerful the Chaos Sanctuary is. The area level, the strength of the mobs and stuff. The fact that we're able to blitz through it this easily is definitely noteworthy. I feel like a lot of you know, once you get obviously like hammered and stuff, you'll be able to go through this fast. But this moves pretty well through here, like an A tier character, and the safety of it is just, you know, second to none. Favorite lesser known, underappreciated games? I mean, Llama RPG, definitely my favorite less known game. Best indie game 2026, 2027 for sure. I actually don't play a ton of like. Where's my Thorn Tora? There it is. I don't feel like I play a ton of games overall. I play a lot of a few games. You know? Thanks, Kamsa. I have not played Collection. Yeah, I played in that tournament with Grubby, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun with the game, but it got a little tiresome in some ways. It needs like a little bit of balancing and adjustment. Just a little bit. Okay, we'll go Golem Mastery again. We'll Decrepify. No, Mercenary. That low res is brutal. It's so crazy, Omega. Make sure they're not all stacked on top. Oh, I never got the Mercenary back? Or did he just die? No, I got him right. He just died. Oh my god, he dies to one hit from that. Oh gosh. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do.
Come back this.
We're gonna get our Mercenary. We're gonna go to the canyon. We're gonna pick up an army. We're gonna go into the tombs until we get a tomb that has Urdars. We're gonna kill the Urdars. We're gonna get Crushing Blow. We're gonna go back to Diablo. The elemental range killers are terrible. And we're gonna fight Diablo. The mercenary died already? How did he die? To what? I don't even understand. Was there a lightning hose? That would do it. Now, Erdars have a crushing blow hit. They're also pretty tanky. So they are fantastic for bosses, fantastic for ancients, fantastic for any of that stuff. Always, of course, watch out for the lightning. And a nice, easy way to beat Diablo. Easy. They are a little more fire res, but they are slower. Does give us the double Hisaris boost, which is, you know, not for this character. Act 4 is done. GG, guys. One act to go.
What do you need?
Not too shabby so far. Grab our merce. Thanks, Ray. Now, again, this is one of the most dangerous areas, the Bloody Foothills. So, do be careful. I try to be right. Would I run an Iron Golem if I got a decent item for it? I mean, I'd screw around with it until I lost it, sure. Okay, we'll hang out up here. Be careful, the javelins do pierce. So, make it a little bit dangerous. Jesus. Especially with curse on. Okay, let's get away from all that. It's a lot of damage. Now we're up at Eldritch, who we can always choose to farm whenever we like. And we can farm more levels here, though I would recommend doing the whole go into Kindle's area, get, you know, some experience there first, then shift it up, and then come over here for the leveling. Okay. Otherwise, it is a decent leveling spot. And then we continue after that. I won't turn those T-strokes into a golem. We could doing that. Can you make T-strokes into one? Yeah, I mean, like, grandfather. I mean, I would screw around with it, mess around, sure.
I can't.
Amazon skill slow missiles really nice in that area. Heck yeah. Do you happen to time each of these to see which one beats it fastest? I haven't timed it, but I mean, you could add up the time of the VODs for each of them. Get a general sense. Now, certain ones I'll run a little faster than others and stuff, you know, just depending how I'm feeling or whatever, but if you want to do the Frozen River and save Anya, you can get 10 more all res. That can always be a good idea. Fanaticism, Conviction, or a Ghost. A lot of stuff I don't care to really fight there. Oof, those chargers are so nasty. Do be careful of chargers. Especially when you only have 950 life.
I can't.
We got the waypoint there. Let's go Frozen Tundra. Goes to your favorite revive, since they don't have collision. That's true. Does make him a solid revive target.
Impossible.
Stack up 10 of them and let them all hit. For some reason, I'm all of a sudden like scared now. I'm like scared with this character that I'm gonna die. It's dumb. Let's see if we have any Erdars out here. We do not. Let's go ahead and reset until we get some Erdars in our River of Flame, just because they're a very easy one to... It's an easy place to go and get them. You can also look in your Durance of Hate. You can look in all the tombs, but... Okay. We do have some champions here, which is a little bit annoying. Let's first go get an army. Go back to the Tundra. Let's go repair our Telestaff. Bloodlords and Sand Raiders. Oh, those are rough. Go to Ancient's Way. And if you don't have a TP near your Ancients, like I've got that one right there, which is right next to it, then I would go get the waypoint in the Ancient's Way just for some added safety. Highly recommended. So you can always save quit out. Okay. So now we'll go to River of Flame. Champion Erdars are not my favorite. And we just want a few Erdars. Here we go. Come over and join us. Okay. Perfect. Come back here, make sure we're players 1. And I don't really want stone skin, but that's okay. Gotta try and keep Hassan alive. Uh-oh. Can't see him, and that does concern me. Getting some extra potions can be good. Watch out for the teleport from Talik. Make sure he doesn't teleport stomp you. Okay, cool. Do you always feel like streaming, or are there days you push through it because you do it for a living? Nah, there's many days that you just do it because you have to push through it. Yesterday was one of those days. Namely because, like, my family's just kind of sick on and off right now. Hi, Storm. And so, you know, I just, like, haven't been feeling 100%. When you're not feeling 100%, you're like, I don't really want to go be entertaining. When isn't my family sick? They're always sick. I have a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. They're just always sick. And then you mix in school, you mix in going and seeing friends and all their friends who go to school. Kids are just disgusting. Germs galore. Level 1, skill level 2. I do have 56% light res. And I can get to 75% light res if there are souls. Because I do have in my stash those 29 light res gloves. And there you can see we saw souls. So, I'm just going... Oh wait, no, they're fire res. Crap. Okay, I'll put on the 86 light res belt instead. Do I have a ring with light res? No, belt again. Okay, that's fine. We'll run more there. We'll chug some potions. And we will move slowly through. The main goal being to get a waypoint.
I can't.
Oh, there's a boss group in there. get our summons involved and doing the killing, and also, of course, cast your golem up ahead to kind of create a target for him, so you can know like where they're going to be shooting. But we're just going nice and easy here, and I just want to get this waypoint. Let her bash, because once I have this waypoint, we can reset if we need. So it's going okay right now, but if we run into something too nasty, we can do a reset. Let's see if this will take us there. It will. Yeah, the answer is sometimes, Greg. Now, one of the biggest concerns you have to have when playing in a kind of an area like this, and it's going like this, make sure that you know which mobs are yours. That is what you really need to focus on. What are my minions, mobs, everything, and what are the demons and undead of the game? Like, I know souls can't spawn in Worldstone level 3, so any souls I see right now, I know are mine. But I need to know when something dangerous is approaching me versus my own monster just walking in from behind, right? Well, this is Thorn's aura, so yes, the Thorn's aura does help. Because I can see, does it have a Thorn's aura underneath it? Okay, then it's mine. And it's different from a Might aura. And Thorn's aura doesn't spawn for regular minions, it would just spawn for heralds, which we're not going to face. Ouch. Find the throne room. Like down there. Let's go this way. I thought they fixed failed teleporting, but I think it came back. Wait, what? This is also going around. And, ooh, it's a tryout. Okay, be careful for souls and things that can spawn that are terrible, dolls and stuff in the bottom of level 3. Level Throne of Destruction, I mean. We can go nice and slow, pushing up, especially because we have souls here. lot of souls here. If I level up both on hardcore's Virgo, multi-shot safe, strafe. I like multi-shot better, but a lot of people like strafe better. I'm more in the minority there. I just prefer the attack of multi-shot. Strafe, you kind of get locked in a tiny bit, which on hardcore can be a little bit worse as well. Yeah. That's just not that. It'd be nice Twitch users. Just get those guys on top of them. Okay, now same idea. I can hang out a little bit further up for my summons. And then I will take the Decrepify and not my summon, so they can keep attacking at full speed. Early on, you don't max it. At the end, you will, but early on, generally not. No, mercenary. Tough one. Let's try and gather him up. We can go pick up some more revives as well to help out. Yeah, Corpse Switch and Echo's fun. And come in here again. We just need to get a couple guys dead. That's the focus. Just a couple of these death mages just need to die. Or an Unraveler or something. Finally. Wave 3 can also, of course, be difficult, so we want to get our guys on top of them ASAP. And please just get an explosion. Dang it. Didn't work. Nah, Skelly mages are garbage. You can definitely do some wave skip stuff if you wanted with dragging things out. Wave 2 is a hard one to do that with. But sometimes with these guys, you just gotta get your wave going again. I may also end up using Decrepify on them just to try and slow them down a little. Let's get rid of the curse.
Good afternoon.
It's okay, Darcy. It's just a dream. Just not hitting enough right now. And they keep healing each other up, which is the big issue. Okay, there we go. We got one down. We got two down. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
How may I be of help?
Just have to
Yes, warrior.
get it paced out right there. Okay, we'll add that belt back on for our own cold res purposes. Why not? Grab a couple more skellies. Yeah, doggy dreams and then gets a little bark in her dream. Fanaticism aura. Don't love it. Okay, we're going to use Decrepify here. Just to hopefully... God. That's such a bad
Good evening.
spawn.
Evening.
Yeah, mercenary died. Okay, back to Cold Plains. Let's finish these dudes off really fast. Get our skellies back up. Definitely some hard waves here. We wear this one a lot, Prof. Try and keep Mercenary alive. Try and get out of the way of Bale. There we go. And try and get these guys down here.
Thanks.
Okay, amp damage before the corpse explosion. Voila. And now we get the fun of Clay Golem plus Decrepify, which means Bale's attacks are no longer a thing. He is now just stuck. We're not doing any damage right now, so he'll actually come back. We'll grab
Put that to good use.
Crushing Blow. But when Clay Golem and Decrepify meet Bale, Bale just gets stuck. His animations just are too slow. And so his skills actually don't register in the time. So he can't teleport, he can't clone, he can't do his fire ring the clay golem slow wore off at that moment. He can't do his cold hoarfrost. He can do his mana burn. That is the only spell I believe that actually gets off. So, Bale is the easy breezy cheesy. And if you want to get some Erdars to crushing blow him as well, that can speed this up even more, but, you know, good enough. Every now and then that ring is getting on because the clay golem is missing his attack enough times in a row. So sometimes you see the animation, but nothing comes out. Or nothing actually happens with it. But voila! Just like that, everybody. I have a tiny bit left. A little more damage from the insight for the final bit. Hell is completed. We have a level 73 summon necro here. So the final bits are a little bit annoying. The final kill. Stats. Pretty simple, enough strength for our gear. I did want a crown here, so I ended up going a little bit more for that. Skills. Maxed out skeleton mastery and raised skeleton. We have 3 points in revive, 6 points in golem mastery, 4 points here. We just kind of like spread some points out depending how we kind of feel. Maxed out corpse explosion, and then got a point down to decrepify. Amp damage and decrepify gonna be good enough for pretty much what we want to do. Life tap can be okay, but again, you usually want your mobs to be a little bit stronger. Mine aren't quite strong enough, and being able to debuff is just more valuable than add life tap at the moment. Yeah, this character could do Ubers because we can just get all the Erdars. So have the Erdars just stomp on top of the Uber bosses and they'll kill them. And then get the poison from the spiders. So, very possible. Yeah, so those are all that. For our gear, we've got a spirit sword, plus skills. We had a lore, but I wanted to get my fire res up, especially Act 3, 4, 5. It just felt like, hey, I need to survive more rather than have one extra skill. So, you know, just something right there. We crafted a prismatic amulet, per usual, just really nice. We made Ancient's Pledge for all the res. Rhyme and a nice summon shield could also be good, but again, I just want to have resistances. We have stealth armor, which is okay, but pretty unnecessary on this character. The FCR, oh, sorry, Darcy. The FCR is still nice, just to have for, like, the teleporting we do and stuff. But, like, overall, I'd much rather have, like, a smoke here or something like that. So there's still some thoughts for that. We just shopped some 20 light res, 21 MF gloves. There's also 29 fire res. We also have Mage Fist. 22 light res ring we crafted. A lot of crafting because we just didn't find a lot of great gear this run. We found this 30 cold res belt, which is okay. 10 FCR, 17 fire res ring. And we shopped some 40 fast run walk, 16 fire res boots as well. Our charms are pretty bad. This is probably the worst charm run I've had on any guided playthrough. Maybe the worst gear overall that I've had on any guided playthrough, with the exception of all the stuff I've had to just make. But stuff I have found is literally... I'm wearing 2 items I have found. This and this. Everything else I had to just go force shopping or crafting to get. That's pretty crazy. Usually you've got, you know, like something else nice. And then the charms are terrible. Yeah. That's it, man. That's the run. So, GG. Overall, solid character. There's some skills right there. Unfortunately, spirit exists, so like we don't care ever about that. Little zombies as well. Nice for could actually be okay on the mercenary just for damage. Man, it's not enough of a bump. You know, just like fine. The character is just fine. We're level 73. Leveling up, you know, we can come back out here, of course, and just do more farming out in the Frigid Highlands. We can go do some terror zones. He kills stuff fast enough, and then again, once you've got the 1 kill, then you start getting all the corpse explosion. He kills stuff fast enough that he can level fast enough that he can really be solid. So like, this is definitely a decent character. I put him probably in that like low A tier range. High, you know, he's in the S tier for just like survivability, because it wasn't really that dangerous. I always have these summons in front of me and stuff. A lot of people love him for that. But damage wise, he's a little slower, but he can do enough. He does enough damage. He can continue forward. Blow it all up. Excuse me. Blow it all up and just be good. So, yeah. GG, everybody. That is the Hell Necromancer hardcore. And I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. Peace, everybody.